Live from our studios here at Kokomemle, you're tuning to JoyNews Today with me, Sweetie Abochi. Coming up, Opposition National Democratic Congress on the streets today to ask Electoral Commission to conduct a forensic audit of the voters' register. We are live in every region of the country with updates. Flag bearer of the National New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, promises to be president for all Ghanaians, while pledging to help complete the building that houses the Methodist Church at Bawumia. More from his campaign trail. Beg your pardon. And political scientist questions research from the presidency that predicts a runoff ahead of the 2024 December polls. There's business, sports news, and showbiz in this bulletin. You want to stay with us for details. Let's get into the details and start from the election headquarters. And an applied economist with the West African Center for Sustainable Rural Transformation of the University for Development Studies is questioning the methodology used in an Office of the President survey that has revealed a runoff in the December presidential polls. According to the report, neither the governing New Patriotic Party nor opposition National Democratic Congress is likely to secure an outright majority in the first round. Reacting to this on JoyNews desk, Professor Michael Ayamga said the methodology used, especially sample size, leave much to be desired.
You see, when you take a report, you read the methodology in the executive summary. So when I read it, it was quite scanty. I went to the main report itself, and the methodology is even more scanty. I wanted to see how you selected the sample size. You just don't get out of the blue and then you select the sample size. And depending on the methodology you use, a small sample size can work. A big sample size may not be appropriate. So I wanted to look at how they computed the sample size. And there's nothing in the methodology. The methodology in this report is about a paragraph or so. And I think that to be talking of something as important as a national elections with a methodology of one paragraph describing multi-stage sampling, and when you go into the multi-stage sampling, you don't see any multi-stage sampling there. They are just a series of so-called random samples. There is no attempt to weight because constituencies carry weights. Some are big, some are small, some have several polling stations, some don't have. So these dynamics should be factored in even in the computation of the sample size and the distribution of the sample size as well. You look at all these things and they are all over the place. And the organization of the report itself is all over the place. I am sure if I were working in an organization and you bring me this report, it will see the light of the day because a report is as good as a client. I'm particularly worried that this request that has no tendency to harm anybody, harm anything, the Electoral Commission is resisting it to the point that people now see the need to hit the road. If you compare or juxtapose what the Electoral Commission is doing against polls that are coming out from the presidency predicting a runoff against every other election opinion poll in this country, you add these two and you say we have a recipe for disaster and a disaster in waiting if the EC doesn't change its stance and allow for a more engaged processes where it carries along all the actors in the elections to ensure that at the end of the day, we can beat our chest and say, this is something we work together. This is something everybody has confidence in. The EC loses nothing from yielding to the demands of the NDC, its supporters, and other political parties. More so now that more than the NDC is calling for this so-called forensic audit and calling for the need to be more open. If you go all the way back to the limited voter register, where the Electoral Commission decided to do this in the regional capitals, therefore placing somebody's ability to him or myself an electoral district capital to register was already one step in suppressing voters and then also making it difficult for people to vote. Some alarm was raised. If I were in the Electoral Commission, I would.
Minority Leader Dr. Kesulatu Folson says his side of the House will trigger a recall of Parliament to compel the Electoral Commission to do what is required. He's been speaking as members and supporters of the opposition National Democratic Congress hit major streets across the country, protesting the Electoral Commission's refusal to conduct a forensic audit of the voters' register. The NDC has for a while now been asking the EC to audit the electoral roll to ensure a credible electoral process. Let's get on the ground and speak to our people.
Who joined the party leadership to walk through the principal streets of Kumasi. The first group of people have gathered here at the front gates of the Regional Coordinating Council. You can see heavy security presence here, and they are not allowing the supporters or the sympathizers or the protesters get inside the RCC. A lot of them are still coming in. Leadership of the NDC, led by the national organizer Joseph Yamin, and the regional executive body are leading the demonstration here in the Ashanti region. We are expecting that the national organizer, alongside the regional leadership, with the member of parliament for Joyce Dumase and other party supporters, would be moving into the RCC, pass through the Regional Coordinating Council, and then subsequently move on to the Regional EC head office to present their petition to the Ashanti Regional EC boss. I must say that earlier, when we engaged the national organizer of the NDC, he told us that in the Ashanti region alone, they have identified major discrepancies in the voter register. That is why they are also adding up to the cause for a forensic audit into the voter register. You can see that the supporters continue to come in. The policemen are here. We are being told that heavy security presence at the regional EC head office here in the Ashanti region, who try to engage with leadership of the NDC as they lead the protesters to get into the regional EC head office. But this is the atmosphere in the Ashanti region. A number of people continue to come into the Regional Coordinating Council. We'll try to interact with the leadership very soon, but you can see the police are here. The regional commander himself is also here. A lot of policemen are here to ensure the safety of these protesters and also to ensure that the demonstration is free and fair. You can see over there, right behind me, a number of people coming into the street of the Regional Coordinating Council. They'll use my right, branch over there and get into the Regional EC head office. That is where they'll be presenting their petition to the Regional EC boss. We are being told that the policemen refused them earlier entry into the Regional Coordinating Council. The protesters decided to walk into the Regional Coordinating Council, but then the policemen had to stop them because it is a security zone. That is why a lot of them have gathered here, and the police is also ensuring that, be what it may, they would make sure that this particular demonstration is as peaceful as promised by the NDC flag bearer himself, His Excellency the former President John Dramani Mahama. We are waiting the arrival of the Member of Parliament for Joyce Dumase alongside the regional executive body and the national organizer Joseph Yamin. They are getting closer. They would have an interaction with the police before the police would open their barrier to make sure that the protesters can get inside the main street and then head inside.
And that is Nana Boache there in Kumasi, bringing us live updates on the demonstration and the progress so far. But from Kumasi, let's go to the Western region where Natalia Kwanza is standing by for us. Ina, what's happening where you are?
Yes, sweetie. So in the Western region, at the moment, I'm standing in front of the Regional Electoral Commission office. The NDC party executives led by Joseph Nelson, the secretary, and the minority leader, Emmanuel Amakofi Boa, they've all submitted their petition to the EC. It was a peaceful walk right from the Takrady Mall through to Fijai to Sekendi and then to this place. Their message is clear. They want the EC to be up and when they want a forensic report, they would want independency in the electoral process. They have also, said they have seen some discrepancies in the electoral registrar, so they want free and fair election. They have warned that if it is not free and fair and their demands are not met, they would also know their next line of action to take.
We know that there's been no clearance given to the regional offices to respond to these petitions being delivered. Did their office at the Accra respond to the petition that was delivered to them at all?
Well, so the Deputy EC, Joshua Okoribwa, received the petition and said that they would transfer it to Accra. That was his word to the NDC, Member of Parliament, and regional executives.
Thank you so much, Natalia, for bringing us those updates. So we know that in Accra, the petition has been submitted. Let's now go to Techiman, where Anas Sabit is standing by live for us. Anas, take us away. Anas Sabit, if you can hear me, what's happening where you are? We can see footages of people in the streets clad in red and demonstrating. What's happening?
Exactly. What I'm saying is that it started off after 10 a.m. and we are currently heading towards the EC's regional office. Same messages across the various placards, members of the NDC, all participants of this enough is enough demonstration holding all over. Their concern has to do with listening to them and listening to their call of auditing the voter ahead of December. We have all 11 parliamentary candidates, including 13 members of parliament who are currently in parliament on the ticket of the NDC, participating in this like that from the Atewa Mountain, East and West, Sydney East and West, Kansas North and South, Techiman North and South, and then Singapore North and South. All parliamentary candidates are actively involved in this particular work, together with some party executives, constituencies, and at the regional level as well. They are heading towards the EC's office. We are yet to get there, and we've been speaking with most of them. We are coming up with, what they've been telling us in various reports. The demonstration is massive. There are thousands of participants in the Techiman municipality as well, expressing their pleasure with the conduct of the Electoral Commission. So when we get to the EC office, we shall paint the picture of the situation there for our charity viewers as well.
Thank you so much, Anas Sabit, coming to us live from Techiman. So far we know that in Kumasi, the protest is still ongoing. In Takrady, the petition has already been presented to the regional office. And in Techiman, the progress and the march is on. Let's go now to Maxwell Agbagba right here in Accra. Maxwell, what's happening where you are? Maxwell Agbagba is right here in Accra. In the morning, we know he was at Obra Sports, and he'll join us shortly to tell us where he is now and the progress of the protest. Maxwell, if you can hear me, what can you report? Okay, it appears we have some challenges connecting with Maxwell, but let's go to Wa, where Rafiq Salam is standing by for us. Rafiq, has the protest or the march reached the regional office of the EC yet?
The demonstrators were able to present their petition to the Upper West Regional Director of the Electoral Commission, Ali Osman, some about 30 minutes ago, and they are now back to the base where they started their demonstration at the forecourt of the Upper West Regional Coordinating Council. So they are wrapping things here. See large crowds of NDC supporters, hundreds and thousands of supporters came out in their numbers to demonstrate, to show their displeasure against the Electoral Commission over discrepancies and also infractions on the voters' register. So currently, they have ended their demonstration and they are back to the base, and then they are really not happy with the way things have passed out. The petition was presented to the Upper West Regional Director of the EC. From the NDC side by the chairman of the party.
Rafiq, we see some smokes from bent tires. Is there any incidents worthy of reporting?
There is no incident to report except to tell you that millions of supporters of the NDC came out in their numbers to demonstrate against the anomalies by the EC. The only incident that we had was at the EC's office, where some supporters of the party bent some alert, but it was not negative to the demonstration. So everything went on well, here peaceful. We have large, dozens of police officers who came out in their numbers to protect the demonstrators. They could number over 100, and even all district and municipal commanders of the Ghana Police Service were here to ensure that nothing untoward happened during the demonstration. So it's all ended here in the Upper region, the capital, and everybody is now going back.
That's Rafiq Salam there. Rafiq, thank you so much for bringing us up to speed on happenings in Wa. Now let's go to Tamale and speak to Martina Bugri. Martina, has the march reached the regional office yet?
Not yet. Currently, it's around the post office area, and they are heading towards the EC office. I must say that there is heavy security presence at the EC office as we speak, and the water cannon is also positioned at the EC office. Thousands of supporters are marching through. It's been over an hour and a half since the march started, and they are yet to come to the final point, which is the EC office.
Martina Bugri, thank you so much for also bringing us details from the Upper West region. I think we can go to Maxwell Agbagba now. Maxwell joins us right here from Accra. Maxwell, what's the status, what's the update on the protest so far? My colleague Maxwell Agbagba has actually been with the NDC protesters since morning, and we will try to reconnect with him shortly. But we will go to Koforidua now and speak to Kofi Sian. Kofi, has the march ended in Koforidua?
Yes, the march ended a while ago. And the protesters currently have moved from the Electoral Commission office in Koforidua, and they've joined the vehicle that they brought to the position where they started their demonstration. The demonstration, we all know, started early in the morning around, then it started around 9. It started around 9 in the morning, and it's been very, very, very hectic day for
well, what is there any incident worthy of reporting from Koforidua? Okay. Well, but we're gathering so far that all the protests, in the various regions across Ghana's 16 regions, has been peaceful so far. And so, we are your election headquarters, and we will bring you up to speed in our subsequent bulletins on the progress of this Enough is Enough demonstration from the NDC. Let's take a quick break and we'll return with more. Welcome back. You're still watching Joy News Today with me, Sweetie Abochi. And let's stay on election-related stories because the Economic Community of West African States says concerns by the National Democratic Congress could be easily addressed internally without recourse to any external body. The main opposition party is today staging a protest to demand an independent audit of the Provisional Voters Register. Blessed Soga joins us from an ECOWAS engagement with political parties. Blessed, how is the ECOWAS helping to deal with this issue? Blessed, we...
Are they talking to me?
Blessed, how is the ECOWAS community helping to address these issues?
Well, if you can hear me, I was just pointing out to the fact that there's a long-term observer mission with Accra at the South, which is leading to the 2024 election. And today, the community has been engaging political actors in Ghana ahead of the 2024 election. I described as timely when given the fact that National Democratic Congress is also staging their protest today. So the ECOWAS believes that there's no need for an external body training markets. They feel that within the tracts and state institutions that are available to the Electoral Commission of Ghana, the EC and the National Democratic Congress would join address the issues that they identify with the electoral board. However, they that through mediation efforts back democratic institutions will be able to get all practice to address them before the poll.
Well, thank you so much, Blessed Suga. Now, away from the NDC, flag bearer of the governing New Patriotic Party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has promised to be president for all Ghanaians, irrespective of their religious, economic, or social background. Speaking at the Methodist Church in Kpong, the vice president said, as a devout Muslim, he is tolerant of any other religion in the country and will be president for all Ghanaians of different faiths. Kenneth Jesse is with the team as it tours Kpong. Kenneth Jesse joins us now. Kenneth, what more has come to light in some of the statements that the vice president has been making in Kpong?
Sweetie, so far we have been to the Methodist Church at Kpong, Katamanto constituency, and then the vice president talked about religious tolerance, which came about because of the diverse religious groups that were gathered here. You have Christians and Muslims, and he's also presented himself to the gathering as a religious tolerant person who will be president for all, irrespective of religious or social background. He also did mention what he's going to do about Galamsey, that he's going to ensure that people who have the licenses mine the forest, do not mine in the forest reserves and mine appropriately. He's also be talking about the fact that he's going to help that church be completed, because even with him being a vice president, he's also the patron of the Methodist Brigade, Boys Brigade. So he is presenting himself to the electorate as a religious tolerant person, irrespective of your religious, social, or economic background. Is going to be president for all.
Kenneth, seen as the NDC is protesting today across all 16 regions, has the vice president and flag bearer of the NPP said anything in response or anything at all on the matter of the Enough is Enough demonstration today?
Well, he hasn't mentioned anything about the Enough is Enough demonstration today. The only thing that he's mentioned about the former president is that he is a second-hand president who shouldn't be voted for, and that if they vote for him, Dr. Bawumia, he is coming with fresh ideas. He's a brand new president, but so far he hasn't touched on the Enough is Enough demonstration that is being embarked upon by the opposition NDC.
Thank you so much, Kenneth Jesse, joining us live from Kpong, where the vice president is touring the constituency. Now, members of the Senior Staff Association of Universities of Ghana boycotted their posts at various public universities to demand better working conditions. The group is asking governments to pay their agreed vehicle maintenance allowance and 8-month Tier 2 pension contributions for this year. Emmanuel Bright Kweku has been monitoring the situation on the campus on Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology campus.
In January this year, the Senior Staff Association at public universities joined 2 other tertiary unions to embark on a nationwide protest in demand for the payment of their vehicle maintenance allowances and pension contributions. The government consequently agreed to the conditions after a series of negotiations. But 8 months later, the group says the government failed to effect the new vehicle maintenance rates and payments of their Tier 2 pension allowances. Kwejo Bediakobaye is the National Secretary of the Association.
This issue of VGME has been an issue that we have gone on many negotiations with government, agreed that new rates will be decided on biannually. We realize that the new rates have been approved by government, but we have not been given a letter to that effect. Other unions have been given the letter and they are being paid the new rates. How come we are unable to access this letter to give us the new rates that government has approved? we are urging all our members that this fight is a fight for all of us. It is a fight for our future.
The strike is expected to impact some administrative duties at the universities, libraries, IT and security services. Benedict Arthur is the National Vice President of the association.
Well, we know that they are the major stakeholders, but they are not the only people the Senior Staff Association work for. Okay. Are you getting it? Now, we have the ICT system all around the campuses. I mean, they use that one a lot. So just imagine if the IT system is not full functioning. Definitely the university will also have the pinch.
Academic activities at the KNUST basic schools are yet to resume as the school is expected to reopen this week. But the association's National Women's Commissioner, Josephine Adom, says members of the association at the school are contemplating
in Kumasi happening right now. We want to take you live there and understand what's really happening.
Hello, what do you make? Okay. Play your bedroom, our abato commissar. Natra Yamoha, NDC Manuko, no more day, one more and Kataba. Now I can make a say, Peter wants to be a sorry. Lydia, I am money a portifono. One more chance a portifono, yeah. As some can say, one more amount from petition and court. Now, what ya bra?
Sasia Dami and Nebrin said, Ghana police, any MPP abai, I come who are bomb, and the person sell on my Ghana, Nassasiano, that is a sad abbey, then Yabana some game, Obianco Tatio, Obianco Taba, Yabadriano, Ghana police, Adiaba, a trio, and a Guyaso, and Wamushu to Yabanini, then Yabibia, and one way. I didn't Sabasa, Sabasa, we are Sanutia, Kukura, and Yaya, Kikaki Kansunya, Revolution has a long way to go, but I come to stay. Can I smell?
Okay, Maya Imano, Honorable, Javadum TV, so say I didn't say.
Electoral Commission name. And police for even though Omo Amayanfa, the main entrance of the RCC, I had a fat Edinburgh EC office. But we have agreed with them. And we have to use the back route near the Abaha. Only for the police to block the entrance to the Electoral Commission. Yes, so your petition is to bring to the Electoral Commission. How do we stand out there and petition the Electoral Commission? This is stupidity by the police. And we want to tell the police that they won't get their way. If they want, we will all face it. And I'm not sure it is going to be NDC members alone who will fall. Some policemen will also fall. And what will be the good for our country? The point is that they are supposed to come here. We have complied. Only for us to get to this point. And you say you are blocking. What is the essence of the whole work that we have done from that side to this side? It doesn't make sense. Who is ordering the police to do that?
It's like Musu Bibiana. Yeah, Musu Bibi said Bibiana Coswa.
Nabibian Coswan Cabesia. Who are some Sasami Bibi Coswa? Officer police for the best and Quasam Moyano. Officers are police for no and Quasam Jimmy Samno Moyano and Combayanisa. Okay. But we will not tell the lake, one country or more. So anytime they make an attempt, if they think, so much to do. Okay. Did they see how people run away? Okay. But the more they fire, the more will come. But make sure. Okay. So whatever they do, we are ready to face them and we'll face them.
Well, what the police is telling us is that your people broke into the regional EC head office, which is against the conditions they had with you earlier.
What policy is that? What kind of agreement is that? Is the EC office at the entrance there? Okay. Is the EC office on the main street? Didn't you see their tank on the main street?
But why did they fire the gunshots?
You see them block the main street. Is the main street the same as this place that we are?
They were refusing you entry because your people are not allowed to come here as a security zone.
They allow us to. Since when did this place become a security zone? Okay. We are supposed to petition the Electoral Commission. Are we to petition them on the road? Okay. Did you see the Electoral Commissioner here coming to the road to come and see our petition?
Is any NDC member hurt at the moment?
Yeah, of course. As of now, I know, and I'm not sure it is only the NDC. I'm sure some policemen are also hurt.
We have realized that one policewoman is hurt right now. From your end, is anybody hurt?
Unconfirmed, but I know. Because of the scaffold, no matter what, somebody will be hurt.
They fired a gunshot, right?
I won't be able to confirm to you now. You know the situation, you are following. So you also know what is happening. But what I'm saying is that there's a possibility that somebody will be hurt, but we are yet to confirm that. I won't be able to talk about that. I won't be able to talk. We are supposed to go and petition the EC. Cameras are captured. The question I don't think it's the right time for you to ask me this.
Now, what are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the EC to receive your petition?
We are on their premises. They are supposed to open the door for us to enter. So as long as they close that door, we will continue to be here till they open that door for us.
They are unable to come out because your people are there. They've besieged the premises.
We are not telling them to come out. We are entering to give them the petition. They are not members of the NDC. We don't need them here. We don't need to talk to them. So they should open the gate for the people who are supposed to present the petition to them. Enter. That's all. Questions be in this tension era. Because it looks like.
So now, what will make you come at peace with the head office EC?
The Electoral Commission should open the door for us to give him the petition, and we'll disperse our people.
Have you heard from them so far?
My brother, if we have heard from them, you think we'll be standing here? We will not be standing here. What is here for us to be standing here? But we will not finish our protest before leaving here. We'll continue to be here until we deliver our message to them.
Thank you very much. And that is the national organizer of the NDC, Joseph Yamin. Earlier on, it was near chaos at the entrance of the Regional Coordinating Council. The police had to fire some warning shots to prevent the supporters of the NDC from coming inside, from coming into the Regional Coordinating Council, specifically into the head office of the regional EC boss. That is what you heard the national organizer, Joseph Yamin, saying. He said that he cannot confirm, but then he believes that some NDC supporters have been hurt so far. When I was outside earlier, one policewoman was being taken outside, was being taken off from this premises because she was injured in a way. Where we are currently is expected to be a security zone because this place is all part of the Regional Coordinating Council. But then the supporters of the NDC and the leadership have moved in, they've broken into the head office of the EC, and they are also waiting. They said that if the EC boss doesn't come out for them to give him their petition, they are not moving out of this place. You can see a number of them, all of them, I must say, all of them are inside the premises, are in the premises of the Ashanti Regional EC head office. We are being told that the regional EC boss has been escorted outside the premises of the regional EC. What are you saying? Shehanum Nekasa. And then of course,
route is saying, regional minister office one room. Yambefa Omechi, Nembe Uremo, and I see your route to Nebefa. Etiafa route no Yaba, and on block here or Quinso. And I got to say, your route now, Mudima, say, Yamfa, or route there, as ever. And I must move Penema and Fatia, Miba Silvestra. Silvestra Yabutre, Yadru and Amusi Debbie, moving my fire, and I see Debbie, Dientra. I didn't know she say, route way, never far. Say them can watch us here. And one must say, a police back on the say, Edia, Yadina, and Koichi, Mumma am foul. Just a rush. It's a then a course who are selling, and then a police for the air. Yes, bullets. Almost 30 you soon. Oh, Mumma, Yania Kakra. They started and say, almost started to your friend saying, tear gas. So we be Pamaya quite there. Now Koichi. And the tear gas almost started there. El Tumayano, and I sent Pano started this here. And one a young handkerchief. And he says, Penny Abedi, Yabeko, you drew a normal for rubber bullet, any or more police is taken. Eddie Boy, or move to our boys, me and sir. Boys, me and sir, almost taken. Any rubber bullet. Minamito is your ego money, he says, I am no hospital. Okay. But then the Ashanti Regional NDC chairman Nanakwesi is addressing the crowd who would want to listen to what he's telling his supporters who are gathered here so far. That is the Ashanti Regional chairman of the NDC.
Now we are showing you, sir. Inshallah, the next president will be John Dramani Mahama. Ayazu, Ghana for here, sister. Now there be a minimum some of them say chairman. You better abana mamu. Now you hear from one say mubabo abano by. Now say what tiana utie. Na se oba koto aba na wudi ni ma na omusisi wa na so omusisi u be ko ne ya transfer wudi efi ba bia to aba akọ ba bi na yesisi wa na wusisi me ka cham so obi so 1,000 ways to win election me ka cham say entachiaba kura oni bi me see obi so 1,000 ways in winning election me ka cham say afi me di ba ni mo di ba entachiaba kura ye de oni bi ayazu me ka cham police for this Oma Abuyano, you better report to we have pictures of all those policemen. And be your professionals. The business MPP attire. We are sending them, sir. Inshallah, to me best, sir. And yet threat. But yeah, at the end peacefully. You can say yeah, but it's your office. You do one your regional office. Make catch up say you want a yako. It's Yambra is your office. Yeah, but yeah, please won't be the airboy. And as an NDC person now, we are Santimai, we are going to protect you. You are going to tell the Omuka, Petition, you are come on. And then, Choboy, and then you better have my diache. Choboy, Omo ye Nipano or Machinana, and then you better have my diache. Message, Omo ye Nipano Machinana, and then you better have my diache, Yadamase.
That is the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NDC. So far, we can confirm that one person has been arrested by the Ghana Police Service. We are being told that he tried to break the barrier which leads to the Regional Coordinating Council, and that is why the police had to take him to the Kumasi Police Service, the head office here, to make sure that it serves as a warning to any other person who intends to cause chaos here at the Regional EC head office. Those are the words of the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the NDC, Chairman Nanakwesi. One person we must confirm, or we have confirmed that one person has been arrested so far. We are still live at the Ashanti Regional EC head office, where the Regional Chairman, alongside some executives, are expected to present their petition to the Regional EC boss. Would still bring you up to speed details, but this is the situation here, a very chaotic one, which has led to the arrest of one person, and we are being told that others are injured so far. The police is making sure that everything is as tight as they promised. You can see the executives of the NDC moving into the office of the Ashanti Regional EC boss to present their petition to him. And so you can see that the regional executives are trying to get into the office of the regional EC boss, but the police are preventing them from entering. What a chaotic scene here at the regional EC head office. The supporters of the NDC want to join their party leadership in presenting the petition to the regional EC boss, but then the police are making sure that they do not get access to the premises, in fact to the inner perimeter of the regional EC boss office. And so while they try to push to find their way inside the office, the police would also do their best to prevent them from getting into the office. The gates are broken. 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 I'm trying to get Chairman Anakwesi is here. Chairman Anakwesi is here. Chairman, what has happened? What has happened so far?
We are not. They are beating us there.
They are beating you?
Beating us. They are pushing me.
What is happening?
What are you doing? And nobody is going to live here. Nobody is going to live here. What are you doing? What are you doing to me? Is it fair? What are you doing? Clear the road before I go in there. Nobody will push him. Clear the road before I go. Clear the road first.
Chairman, what are they doing to you? What are they doing to you?
No, clear the road. When you call me, I'll come.
Chairman, what are they doing to you?
Sir, please, person has given me a dirty blow.
He has given you a dirty blow?
A dirty blow. And we know him.
Why did he give you the dirty blow?
I'm trying to enter into the premises and he gave me a dirty blow. And
they are saying that place, you are not allowed to get inside there with your supporters. You are the only person who can go there and present a petition.
Yeah, and they are refusing me.
Because your people are gathered over there.
So they should do the right thing, clear the road so that I go inside. Unless nobody is going there. And we are going to sleep here until tomorrow.
Can you confirm if 3 of your members have been arrested by the police?
Yes, and some has been gunshotted.
They've been arrested and what?
Some has been gunshotted.
Wow. So how many people are arrested so far? How many people are arrested so far? All right. So Chairman Anakwesi says some supporters have been arrested and others have been shot by the Ghana Police Service. He says that he has been given a dirty blow while he was trying to get inside the regional EC head office present the petition to the regional EC boss. It's a very serious atmosphere here at the regional EC head office in the Ashanti region, I must say. So he's going to give it another try. Chairman Nana Kwesi would go in for the second time. He has been resisted during his first attempt, so he's going to try again if he would not be given another dirty blow. That is what he is alleging. The police is still making sure that nobody aside the executives gets inside the office of the regional EC boss. I can see the regional commander is here, and they are doing all that they can to prevent them from causing trouble. And that is the supporters of the NDC chanting. They are chanting. They are chanting. They want the police to give them access so that they can also join the executives to present the petition to the regional EC boss. So I am being told that the regional EC boss is also refusing to come down here until the supporters of the NDC move out of his premises. He has agreed to come out on condition, and that is if the NDC executives would allow their supporters to move out of this place. They are still chanting. Nana Kwesi has been given access. He has entered the office of the EC. He has said that some supporters of the NDC have been arrested. The police have also shot their supporters as well. What we can confirm is that one person has been arrested. That we can confirm that he tried to break the barrier so he could get access into the premises of the EC, but the police resisted, and that led to his arrest. So far, the national organizer Joseph Yamin confirmed that they haven't recorded serious injuries, but some of their supporters have been shot by the police and others arrested, and that is because they tried to cause chaos at the entrance of the regional EC boss. We cannot get into right now because it's very serious over there. But we'll do very well to get all the sound bites. Right after they submit the petition to the original EC boss, we'll get in touch with the national organizer Joseph Yamin.
Well, you've seen it all live here on Joy News Today. So it appears there was some chaos in Kumasi. And first, the protesters were rerouted not to use the RCC junction, but it appears they were supposed to stop at the end of the EC office, but they broke through and entered the premises of the office, and it became very chaotic over there. One has been arrested. Our correspondent tells us that one policewoman has also been injured. And the chairman said that he's also been, he has received what he called a dirty slap, a dirty blow. And some gunshots were also fired, with the warning shots. We were reports about rubber bullets here and there. But that's what's happening in Kumasi. But so far, they've been able to enter to present the petition to the office. Let's cross over now to Accra and speak to Maxwell Agbagba right here in Accra. Maxwell, what's happening?
The Parliament House of Ghana, Ghana's legislature, where they're expected to present a petition. But what you are seeing right now in the background is what we've been experiencing on this protest. So they took off sometime around 10 a.m., left Obra Spot, used the approved route. But it's been a long journey, unusually long journey to the Parliament of Ghana and then the EC office. That is because the protesters intermittently will stop in the middle of the road. So you can best describe it as a game of chess between the police and the protesters. So as you can see right now, these police personnel in route control gear are just waiting for the protesters to move so that they can continue with the journey. But the protesters are still in the middle of the road. And usually you hear some of the organizers with megaphone urging them to slow down. They tell them to walk majestically because they are not in a hurry to go anywhere. And we've seen that play out at places like the Independence Avenue, a very busy stretch, massive gridlock there at the time because the protesters took over that intersection very close to the National Theatre and were not allowing cars to move. It's a massive gridlock in the capital city right now. Let's show you what is happening now. So you can see the police officers are here waiting for the protesters to join. Hopefully, they're going to allow me to use this spot. Now there's a signal for them to move. They should be moving shortly. But you can see the protesters also with their placards still standing. Now they're about to move. If they decide to move, the police officers, would also move. But it has, like I mentioned, it has been an unusually long walk, a little over 5 kilometers, but it's taken hours to get to the first port of call, which is the legislature, Ghana's legislature. You can see NDC member Edu Jikujo Tamale. He's a lawyer. Let's talk to him. You see his placard. The EC headquarters is now a crime scene. Eduji, we are live on Joy News.
Thank you.
Tell me, what's your assessment so far of this?
Impressive, peaceful, and I want to encourage the rank and file of our party, all the 16 regions of Ghana, to continue with the peaceful protest. We have gotten to the point where we need to send a clear message to the Electoral Commission that we have gotten to the point where it's important that the register is audited. Look, Madam Jane Mensah, Bossman Asari, you should realize that if there's nothing with the register, permit it to be audited. Look, the audit will ensure that the public will have trust in you. I've never seen a group of people who are not interested in trust and transparency. It baffles me. Look, and let me say this.
Yeah.
Madame Jane Mensah must recognize that she is not, I repeat, law unto herself. She must allow the audits. Look, we have not asked a difficult task, and it will not even cost her. It will rather enhance her credibility. It will rather enhance the free and fairness of the election itself. Why would anybody resist it?
As the director of legal for the NDC, I'm curious to find out what the next line of action is going to be. If the EC does not heed your call for a forensic audit, what's your advice going to be?
The decision is beyond my pay grade. That will be a decision.
But drawing from your legal expertise, what do you think is a way to go for the party?
With the way the party was treated at the Supreme Court during the election petition, where the chairperson, the returning officer, a constitutionally created body, was not permitted to testify, would you advise me to go to the courts? Would you advise me to go to the court? Would you? Would you? When the Electoral Commission had an opportunity to tell Ghanaians the basis on which she was making the mistake with Form 13, we were not permitted to cross-examine her. The basis of cross-examination is consistent with the constitutional principle of probity and accountability. We were denied that. Would you advise me to tell the party to go to court? Would you do that?
Well, we just heard from the Director of Legal for the NDC, Eduji Kujo Tamaklo, who is also part of this protest. We have the Deputy National Youth Organizer with Deputy National Youth Organizer with us, Osman Ayariga. Yeah. It's getting really intense here. And as we get to, hey, wait. And as we get to the final destination, it's getting really intense. Let's speak to Osman Ayariga. Osman, you have been telling the crowd to walk majestically.
Yes.
You are not in a hurry to go anywhere.
Yeah, it's a demonstration, it's not a health walk. We need to register our displeasure. And we mustn't do that by running to the Electoral Commission. We have the whole day to demonstrate. So anytime we choose to get there, we'll surely get there. The crowd is getting thick. I'm sure I'll meet you at the destination. All right.
Okay. But what's your assessment so far of the protest?
Marvelous, epic, and wonderful.
Okay. Thank you. Well, it's really getting intense here at this point. It's really getting intense here at this point. We'll have to move to the other side. We'll have to move to the other side now. Hello, media. The police has formed a barricade. The police has formed, no. Watch your phone, yeah. The police has formed a barricade. At this point. It's getting a bit chaotic here. Let's go. Okay. It's just as we get into the final destination, the protesters now walking with some renewed form of energy. I've seen the National Communication Officer for the NDC, Sami JP. Let's talk to. Let's speak to the National Communication Officer. Sami JP. Sami, we are live on JoyNews. Tell me, what's your assessment so far?
Well, so far it's been massive. You can see for yourself. It's been historic. It's been mammoth. The people of Ghana are simply tired. They are saying enough is enough. Enough of the manipulation of the voters register. We need a clean, credible register that all stakeholders can have confidence in, because we want the elections to be free and fair. We want justice. This is not too much to ask. If the EC has nothing to hide, they should just allow for an audit. There's not a time for discussions. It is time for an audit, an independent forensic audit into the register we'll be using for the election and the IT systems of the EC. That's all we are asking for. And I believe that if Jim Mensah loves Ghana, if Boss Manasari, Samuel Tete, if they love Ghana, if they are mindful of the sacrifices that the people of this country have made for the peace and stability we enjoy today, they will act responsibly. they will listen to the voices of conscience. They will listen to their own conscience and allow for the right thing to be done. Because we are just tired. The impunity is too much. They are there to serve us, not the other way around. We decide who our leaders will be. They don't decide who our leaders will be. You've packed the Electoral Commission with MPP foot soldiers, IT consultants who are former MPP TESCOM patrons, former MPP communicators, and so on. You understand? So that is what we are talking about. Okay. You get my point?
Okay,
good.
Okay, well, Sami Jemfi at this point has to attend to some issues. Edu Jiku, a member of the NDC, just came to elect him. We don't know what the issue is about. At this point, okay.
Just security.
Okay, nice one.
To Parliament. Okay. So just wait for me there. The crowd is coming. We're just going to Parliament to arrange the place so that we can present the petition to the Right Honourable Speaker. So exercise patience, okay? Don't worry.
So we just heard from the National Communications Officer of the NDC, Sami Jemfi, who's just been whisked away on a motorbike. And you heard him saying that they're going to prepare the ground for the petition, to be received in Parliament. And the party faithfuls, well, this is just a fraction of the crowd. Thousands are still behind us, many of them holding placards. Maybe want to give you a view of that. Want to give you a view of that. It stretches all the way to the Central Business District itself. We are very close to the Accra Sports Stadium now.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that what is happening is our Ghana, your Ghana, my Ghana. It is very important.
What's happening?
Listen, can't you see what is happening to our river borders? The Galam say, do we have president in Ghana? Listen, I am talking boldly because, look, when you go to where they are mining, it's the same people, government officials, who are paying the people to do the mining for them, so they can't speak out. This is our Ghana, this is your Ghana. Come on, put Ghana back on track. Of the EC and the Ghana government, because what is happening is that if we have president in Ghana, he has to be sensitive to the needs of the people and to know that Galamsey is spoiling our water bodies. We are coming here because the EC has 10 deaf years over everything is concerned. Look, when you talk about voting, it's about exercising your franchise. So what is it that the EC can represent us, our views? We are paying him. And if you are saying that the register must be audited, it should be audited. What is there to hide?
Okay.
What is there to hide?
Okay.
Jane Mason.
This is the biggest thing happening in the country right now, and trust us, your election headquarters, to bring you up to speed. Now it appears the march continues to the to Ghana's parliament to present that petition to the Speaker of Parliament. But in Kumasi, let's reconnect with Nana Boakye Dankwah Yadom and get things in perspective. Nana Boakye, thank you for joining us. And I must say, fantastic reports there, bringing us all the details on what's happened. I think that calm has been restored now, would you say?
I would not say that calm has been restored totally. As I speak to you, it's still chaos out there, especially at the entrance of the Regional Coordinating Council. The office of the Regional Minister, I must say, is also experiencing this same chaos that is ongoing here at the Regional EC office. The police is still maintaining composure. They are making sure that, be what it may, this demonstration will be as peaceful as promised by the former President John Dramani Mahama. As I speak to you, I am inside the office of the Electoral Commission itself. The conference room is right behind me. That is where the national executives alongside the regional executives are presenting the petition to the regional EC boss. But outside there, I must say that the crowd, the numbers, the sympathizers are still angry at the police for arresting one person and for also not allowing them to get inside the auditorium to see the EC boss and also join the executive in presenting the petition to them. And so right from this particular inner perimeter where we are currently going outside there, we are still expecting the police to make sure that the protest or the demonstration, as promised earlier, would be peaceful. But calm hasn't been restored yet. We're expecting the regional executives to come outside the conference room and then speak to their sympathizers. We'll still have up-to-speed details on that when that is being done.
And Awashi, so is there any connection between the first person who tried to break the barricade, who's been arrested, and the policewoman that you reported has also sustained some injury? What happened there? Okay, so the first person is an NDC sympathizer. You realize that from Ahojo, when you use the Dakojom stretch, the state experimental stretch coming into the regional EC office, you have to use your right to get into the regional EC office. And that particular stretch is where the police had the barrier. And this particular person tried to break the barrier and also have its way into the EC office. And that is what the police tried to resist. But while they were trying to resist this man from getting into the EC office, he had no other choice. When we tried to speak to Nana Kwesi, he says that he had no other choice than to break the barrier and enter because he is a sympathizer. He is demonstrating with them. And so he has the right to get into the EC head office. Those are the words of Nana Kwesi, who is the regional chairman. And so that is why the police also had to arrest him. And for now, he has been taken out of this place. The policewoman, who also got injured, we are being told, tried to also resist some supporters from using a different stretch into the regional EC office. And in an attempt to stop these demonstrators, she got herself injured. We are being told that the police fired some shots, and that is one shot from that particular shot that was triggered by the police is what led to her injury. We'll still have to confirm that. But then as at now, the clash, as we reported earlier, would see calm right after the executives present their petition to the regional EC boss. That is what they have promised us. Now, right before I let you go, how severe are the injuries that some sustained? We even heard the chairman saying that some have been, shot. And we also heard that it was rubber bullets. How severe are the injuries sustained? Well, sweetie, what I saw is the policewoman who had sustained injury. I must say that she was down. She had fell down. She could not do anything. So they had to put her in the police vehicle and drive her out of this particular premises. That is what I saw. That is what I witnessed. And I also saw the gunshots, the warning shots fired by the Ghana police. In fact, I was finding a place to hide myself when I heard the shot. Then I got inside and realized that one man had also been arrested. Other supporters of the NDC who also got injured are being told it was serious. That is the reports that we have from the regional secretary. He says that the injuries are serious, and so they have to rush them to the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital. Suffice me to say that there is no ambulance joining the protest, and so they have to put all of them inside the party's vehicle and drive them straight to the Komfanochi Teaching Hospital. But the policewoman that I saw, I must say, sweetie, clearly from what I had seen, was a serious injury. And Awache, we are glad that you're safe, seeing as the entrance to the EC office is even broken and all. Thank you so much for bringing us those updates. This is still your election headquarters on JoyNews Today, an extended version. And the protesters here in Accra have just arrived at Parliament, and Sami Jemfi is addressing us again. Let's go back to Maxwell Agbagba to steer it for us.
Yeah, hello, sweetie. Hello. Hello, sweetie, can you hear me?
Maxwell, I can hear you. Have you arrived at Parliament now? Maxwell, if you can hear me, we can actually hear you loud and clear.
Arrived down at the Parliament House and... Okay. Yes, so we've arrived now at Parliament House. I think you're waiting for the leadership to join, for them to submit the petition. That's what you're waiting for currently. But I have the National Communications Officer here. Let's try and see if we can get a word from him and get an understanding of what exactly is happening. Sammy, so we are live on Joy News. We just want to have an idea what is happening right.
No, as you know, we are marching to the headquarters of the Electoral Commission. But this is the frontage of Parliament House, where our representatives are. And so we are here, first of all, to present a petition which contains all our demands to the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament. And here we'll be addressing the media. From here, we are marching straight to the headquarters of the Electoral Commission, where all the speeches will be delivered, all the demands will be made and explained. So that is why we are gathered here.
Okay. But the question that keeps coming up, what is going to be the next way forward? What's going to be the next step after this protest? Are you able to tell us?
No, the next step is that we're going to have results. We are going to have the change. The changes we are calling for. We are calling for fairness. We are calling for transparency. We are calling for the register to be credible, so that every registered voter can exercise their franchise and choose who the next leaders of Ghana for 2025 and beyond should be. That is what this is about.
Thank you. We just heard from the National Communications Officer, Sami Jemfi. Like I mentioned earlier, you're waiting for the leadership of Parliament to arrive here so that they present the petition. So that is causing a bit of the hold-up right now. But there are still thousands of party supporters arriving here at the frontage of the Parliament House. They have been walking more than 5 kilometers. I must say that the protest has been very peaceful, very, very peaceful. We didn't see any disagreement between police and the protesters. And you know, proud to the demonstration, proud to the protest, the NDC flag bearer, John Mahama himself, was preaching peace, 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 peace to the party supporters, telling them that if you're a troublemaker, do not get close to the protest. National Communications Officer Sami Jemfi should be addressing the crowd shortly.
Give us some music whilst we wait for the others to get here, and whilst we wait for the national chairman to present our petition to the leadership of Parliament. Give us some music.
The minority leader, Kasela Tuposen, is also still here with us. Let's see if we can get a word from him. Well, quite a number of people standing behind me.
Please give us one look.
Hello, sir, what's your name?
Media. I would like to give you indulgence. You know, we are expecting General Secretary, Chairman, our leaders. Can you give us a bit of space here? Just small space. Me pacho unye media mana. Please. Unye media kwa cheka kwa bi manu why. Okay.
So the chairman of the party,
give us reggae.
Another party big way.
Another one here says the most fuel-less EC by far. A lot of placards. Not all of them I can read. Let's try and speak to some of the protesters. Let's speak to some of the protesters. Oh, okay, yeah. Hi. What's your name?
I'm Manodonko.
Manodonko. What do you have on your... Okay, you know what? We need a credible and reliable voters register to recruit diploma in education graduates as permanent staff of the Ghana Education Service now. 3 peaceful elections and employment of the citizenry are crucial. Why are you taking part in this protest?
Number one, I'm here on a matter of principle. We need a credible election. We need a voters register that Ghanaians can rally behind. So if that is problematic, then we have a genuine concern here. Secondly, diploma in education graduates are seeking immediate employment as permanent staff of the Ghana Education Service. Now, unemployment and lack of credible voters register poses a grave danger to any republic, and the government must take immediate steps to rectify these concerns.
At this point, I would love to give you a good view of what is happening here and interact with more people. But it's quite difficult because if we move an inch, we are likely going to miss the presentation of the petition. So we just have to stay here. Because if we move an inch, we're going to miss the presentation of the petition. So we are better off here. Okay, let me speak to one of the protesters. Hi, sir, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Kilian Kofi Komashi.
Why are you taking part in this protest?
Taking part in this protest because of J. Mensah and Nana Akufo-Addo. They have perfected their plans to rig the 2024 election. They have perfected their plans to rig the 2024 election, just like what they did the 2020 election, where they murdered 8 Ghanaians, and to this day, no justice. Now, this is what they did. They have transferred voters from the register to a constituency that they cannot vote there. They have perfected their plans to rig 2024 election. The Christian Council, the Peace Council, the Catholic Bishop, they've all kept quiet. They kept mute for the past 8 years. This government have destroyed everything in this country. Look at the Galamsey, for instance. Our water bodies have all been destroyed. Aquatic areas have all been destroyed. The crowd you are seeing here right now, serious we are. Our vote, we're not going to allow our vote to be truncated. Plans have been perfected to rig the 2024 election. So this demonstration is a signal to them that, look, we're not sitting down for this barbaric act to be carried on. Thank you, Maxwell.
That from Kilian Komashi. It's one of the protesters, you know, here. Destruction of your soul is vanity.
We are going home. We are going home. We are going home. We are going home.
You get.
They no get.
Don't play.
But they're still waiting for the party leadership to get here. As you can imagine, it's a thick crowd. Really difficult getting all of them to arrive here for the presentation of the petition to take place here in front of Parliament. Present here is the minority leader, Kasela Tufosu. We spoke to him earlier, and he says Ghanaians should expect a recall of Parliament to specifically deal with the issue that the NDC is raising about what it says are anomalies and discrepancies in the voters' register. I have the executive director of ASEPA here, Mensa Thompson. Mensa, welcome to join us.
Thank you, Maxwell.
Why are you taking part in this protest?
We believe that the voters' register is the sui generis of the electoral process. And so if you want free, fair, and credible elections, it starts from the voters' register. If such serious discrepancies have been discovered in the voters' register, then it is only fair that independent persons sit together and clean the register before the election takes place. Otherwise, what we are doing is an exercise in futility. We are jeopardizing the democratic process. We are undermining the peace and stability of Ghana, and this could hurt us in future. And so what we are saying is that the EC should yield to these calls. It is not only the NDC that are making these calls. Independent persons, well-meaning Ghanaians, other interest groups are also making these calls. It is important that the EC yields and let common sense prevail. The EC should let common sense prevail in these discussions so that we can protect the stability of this country.
I mean, we have civil society organizations, we have the clergy, we have quite a number of interest groups that usually, in situations like this, the NDC or the party would want to call on to intervene. Are you satisfied with the response from civil society organizations, from the clergy and other interest groups on this matter?
I'm extremely satisfied. In fact, as we're working with some clergymen, a number of the civil society organizations. Those who are not even able to join us have sent very strong signals of support. We've seen yesterday the American embassy also sent a solidarity message, and their message was quite profound. The American embassy's Facebook page said, democracy does not happen by accident. It must be defended and it must be protected. What we are doing here is a defense of the democracy. And so we are happy by the support of independent groups. The solidarity expressed so far is quite profound, and we hope and we are expectant that this will yield the right results.
If it doesn't yield the right results, what would be your recommendation to the party?
It means the EC doesn't want to conduct the next elections. It's as simple as that. Because no auditing, no vote. Without an audit, a forensic audit of the current voter roll, there will be no elections in 2024. And so the earlier the EC yield to these calls, the better. The earlier they yield to these calls, the better. If the EC want to conduct the elections, then this is the time. They have reasonable time to perform that audit. They shouldn't wait till it gets so close. Because without the forensic audit, there will be no elections in 2024.
You heard that from the executive director of ASEPA, Mensa Thompson. We've had from quite a number of people present for the protest. Earlier we heard from Ambassador Victor Smith, who is Ghana's former High Commissioner to the UK. He spoke to us and he advised the EC to use tact to approach this matter with a lot of tact. He urged the Electoral Commission to heed the demands of the NDC for an audit of the voters' register. He said it wouldn't cost the Electoral Commissioner, the Electoral Commission much. It wouldn't cost the EC much to heed the demands of the NDC. Also, we spoke to the minority leader, Kasiala Tufosin, who, like I mentioned earlier, said we should expect Parliament to be recalled specifically to address.
You moving at the back, we need you to stand. We are here to present a very important petition. The national chairman of the great NDC will be here. Our social partners, civil society organizations are almost here so that we can present our petition and our demands to the Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament and our representatives. So all of you at the back, we need you to stand where you are. Please don't move. From here, we are going to the EC headquarters to present our petition as well. Thank you.
So you just heard from the National Communications Officer of the NDC, Sami Jemfi. That is what is causing a bit of hold up here. The arrival of the chairman and the leadership of the party. Some party faithful, some party sympathizers have already started moving towards the offices of the Electoral Commission, and you heard Sami Jemfi urging. It has been a peaceful protest.
Can you go forward? All the vehicles here, please move ahead. All the vehicles, please move ahead. Why pick up truck?
So there you have it. In Accra, at Parliament now, the march has stopped, awaiting the arrival of the party chairman and executives to join them to present a petition to the Speaker of Parliament before they head to the EC's office to present their final petition there. And in the meantime, the Ghana Police Service has released a statement concerning the shooting that was reported in Kumasi. And the statement reads, the Ghana Police Service wishes to state that there has been no shooting incident at the Kumasi office of the Electoral Commission, and no demonstrator has been injured by the police. However, some demonstrators who went against the agreed arrangement by forcing their way into the compound of the EC office were restrained. We would like to take this opportunity to urge the media to be circumspect in their reportage. Now, what I find interesting and curious here is that our reporter was there on the ground and reports to us that indeed he heard and saw the gunshot. So this statement is saying that there was no gunshot. And it was not just our reporter that spoke about the gunshot. In fact, we had the chairman of the Ashanti Regional, Ashanti Regional NDC saying that, and I just want to quote him because I remember vividly him saying that some of his members have been gunshotted. And so what is the police talking about, and what are the people on the grounds also talking about? But in the meantime, in Kumasi, the party executives have met the officials of the EC, and they're in the middle of presenting that petition to the officials. And so we are waiting to see how all unfolds at the end of the day. And what you're currently seeing on your screen is the entrance, the door to the Electoral Commission's office in Kumasi that was broken down in the attempt during that chaotic moment to enter the office in their quest to present the petition to the officials at the Electoral Commission's office. And Nana Boakye reports that one police woman was actually injured. In his words, she was completely down. And because she was trying to prevent some demonstrators from using entrances that had been blocked because I think the police wanted to just create a single entry point so that everything can be centralized and under control. But some demonstrators, I guess usually happens during activities like this in demonstrations, you find some people who want to go outside of the demarcated or the laid down routes. But what we know for sure is that there were some warning shots fired. Some of the demonstrators talked about rubber bullets. And so, but right now, there's something happening at Parliament where the Accra group of demonstrators are. And let's go there. Maxwell Agbagba is still on ground for us. Let's take a listen at what's happening there.
Charlie, there can be a stampede. There can be a stampede. Charlie, media. It's a stampede. Sammy, we are here. Who are those pushing? Oh, please. Pushing. Pushing. Oh. Charlie, are you going to go live with the petition? Wait. Hello. I beg you. Person they present that thing. Oh. He's presenting that and the police TV is on. Oh. We are here. Media, please. Media. Boss, can we go? Hey, police! Hey, policeman! Police in here, on them not about Stop pushing. They will allow us. Stop pushing. The police media are there. But we are the tradition media. We are not there. Why? Police media is there. Police media. Why do police people are doing that? Police media is there. You don't want to allow us. The police media is there. Allow us. We are not terrorists. Allow us.
That's him. For all respect, make a jump.
Charlie.
One behind the barricade. Watch. One behind the
But what did you say? You just told him one on one.
Hey, hey.
Allow the media to go inside there. Go inside there.
Debbie, please.
We are going to stand here, so don't come.
Let him stand here. No, they can't come here. They can't come here. If you want, I can hold your mics for you. If you want it that way, that's fine. Oh. If you come in, everybody will come in. Look at the barrier. We are done letting them in.
Is it the first time we are going inside? Is it the first time we are going
Can you tell this police people to move away from there?
Charlie, move come and check.
Can you move so they can take the picture?
If he leaves, they'll push further.
Mind the guitar.
And then we shall hear from the Minister of Parliament. Joboy! Oh, I can hear you. Joboy! Make some noise for the Namasiko!
Hey.
This way. Where is that?
He's just in front of us. Can we come forward small? Respectfully, can we come forward?
What are you doing here?
So that
you want the mic.
These are the mics. When they come, then the barricade is.
Are we okay? We are not. Because I'm not too sure the media can even have a sure.
Everybody should calm down. Oh, what did you?
Let's go back a bit. Push back a little. Just push back a bit. Just push back a little. Just come back a bit. Chama, come back a bit. How many are you?
Today's short presentation, I would, on this juncture, hand over the majority leader and the minority leader who are both here to receive your petition and to listen to.
But after the general speaks, you must present the petition.
Just allow Parliament to do their thing, then we'll come.
Then they will receive it. Let them introduce those parliamentary leaders. Then introduce those who are here. Introduce your people. It's too many.
Minority, the majority, whatever. You know that.
You are receiving. But you say you should speak.
We are here to receive the petition from the National Democratic Congress, the NDC. We will obviously hear from the petitioners before we present the proceed with our comments. So at this stage, I will urge the NDC and the organizers of this demonstration to proceed with their petition before we come and speak. Thank you very much.
What about, which is after? After. All right.
Yes, we have a petition which will be presented on behalf of the party and our collaborators by the Chief Executive of NDC, Comrade Fifi Fiabin Kwete. We don't intend to read the whole petition. We will present the copy to Mr. Speaker's representatives, but for the purpose of the media and the public, we will request him to just couch our demands, and then we will hand over the record to Mr. Speaker's representative. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, National Chairman. We're not going into all the details, but let's, for the sake of the media that's carrying it for the world, just give a summary of the key demands that the National Democratic Congress is making, not just on behalf of the millions of supporters of the party, but on behalf of a country that is crying for things to be done credibly in order to ensure that we can go into the elections with peace. Our simple mantra is that if there is nothing to hide, then the demands we are making cannot be asking for too much. And we believe that the Parliament of Ghana is in a position to use this massive leverage to ensure that our demands are taken into account and everything is possible to ensure that we can have a credible voters register in order to have elections that will be transparent and fair. So just briefly, I'm going through about 10 main demands that we are making. One, we are asking for a bipartisan probe into the conduct of the Electoral Commission, leading to the recommendation of an independent forensic audit of the voters' register. Number two, we are asking for the immediate publication of forensic audit findings once that is conducted. Number three, we are asking for the re-exhibition of the register post-forensic audit. The NDC further demands a 5-day re-exhibition of the provisional voters register after the forensic audit is completed. The next one is a review and correction of unauthorized transfers. Immediate steps must be taken to reverse any unauthorized vote transfers and restore the integrity of the voter transfer system. The next one, we are asking for the adoption of a revised timetable for electoral activities.
Then we are demanding for an emergency convening of all stakeholders. The Electoral Commission should urgently convene a meeting with all political parties, civil society organizations, and key international stakeholders, including the ECOWAS, the AU, the UNDP, the EU, USAID, and all others to discuss the forensic audit and ensure collective oversight of the electoral process. Then the final one, we are asking for accountability and integrity measures across all the systems of the Electoral Commission. The EC must implement measures to prevent future manipulation of the voters' register. This should include, this should include a review of internal processes, improved transparency in voter registration and transfer system, and stricter protocol to safeguard the integrity of the voters' register. So these are, in summary, the key demands that we are presenting to Parliament, and we are expecting the Parliament will use your massive leverage and mandate to make sure this are done. Thank you very much.
Don't stand, don't stand, don't stand, don't stand. Don't stand. Okay, that's fine.
Hey, my friend.
Thank you very much, General Secretary of the Opposition National Democratic Congress. Let me, on behalf of the NDC minority, congratulate you for such a bold step. But let me say that no one should be allowed to mess with the peace of our country. We cannot allow the Electoral Commission to destroy the most enduring democracy of this republic. Unfortunately, this petition is coming at a time that Parliament is on recess. But I strongly believe that if there is anything that will warrant an emergency recall of Parliament, this is certainly one of them. So the NDC minority will immediately convene a caucus meeting and consider the need to recall Parliament to address this issue. We consider this as an emergency, and just like my colleague has done in the past, we will do similar by recalling Parliament to address the very concerns that you have raised. We thank you very much for this opportunity. Thank you.
That's all. That's enough. Yes, I concur. I concur.
You want to revive the winning band register.
On behalf of the entire House, we have come here to receive your petition. I believe that this is one of the several ways of enriching our democracy. So I agree with the minority that as a House, we may have to look at the issues we presented. And I encourage all stakeholders to also avail themselves. I standing here is on record of having taken EC to the Supreme Court to stop a whole these assembly elections for some irregularities and illegalities. And I made my case at the Supreme Court. That's a matter of record. And I believe that if there are genuine concerns, we can all raise it and discuss them on the table by following lawful means. So I thank you for making time to get to us. I'm sure Mr. Speaker would hear your prayer. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
The leadership will now come forward. They will proceed to the Electoral Commission headquarters. So please,
All should wait. Leadership will come.
Somebody can give us your life.
So there you have it. It's been a very eventful day for the NDC on their Enough is Enough demonstration. And join